everyone. Dan and Josh at the Acoustic Centre, back to talk about one of our favourite guitar brands, Lowden Guitars, Joshy.
Here it is.
Out of Northern Ireland, they've been a leader in acoustic guitar manufacturing for a long time. They do their own thing, their own sound, their own look, but something we absolutely love. And we're here to talk about two new models in their original series. Original's in that F shape, is an original shape. Talk us through it, Joshy.
So an F shape, how do I describe an F? It's like a small jumbo. That's how I describe it. So it's a little bit of a pear shape. Deeper body, so more like a dreadnought shape, I would say. So small pear shape.
Dreadnought depth.
Dreadnought depth. Not quite 000, not quite 00. That's how I describe it in terms of the feel of the size of it. But a smaller fingerstyle guitar, that's what they sort of call it. But it certainly, as a strummer, is pretty impressive as well. You know, as you were hearing there, like.
Shape, I think, even just aesthetically.
Yeah.
I love the looks of them. So this is the F-12. It features a Sitka top with Indian rosewood back and sides. Pretty standard stuff there, but a couple of big differences in this model from other Lowdens. First ever bolt-on neck.
Yep.
Something that George Lowden's been working on for a long time, apparently. He sees no difference in tone, no tone lost with a bolt-on neck compared to a dovetail or anything else. But what a bolt-on neck does is makes for great longevity of the guitar. It makes a neck set in 30 years a piece of cake compared to a dovetail or something like that.
I think it's a clever thing in terms of longevity. You know, when you've got something that's bolt on and you can pull it off and put it back on, then it's a lot less traumatic on the guitar when it comes to that point where you may have to do a neck reset eventually down the track, that is to say.
It's something, it seems to be happening quite a bit at the moment across the board. More and more bolt-on necks appearing in guitars. The other thing you'll notice on the back of the neck of this one, Joshy, Lowden have always had the famed 7-piece neck with the mahogany and the, it might be walnut actually, the strips, or ebony, I can't remember. Makes up for a 7-piece neck. This is a more simplified 3-piece mahogany neck. Something that George says he's done to just lighten the stiffness in the neck.
Right.
Give the guitar a slightly different feel, slightly different sound again. And they're calling it a very versatile sounding model. That's maybe it's less of that European Celtic sound that Lowden sort of get lumped with. Perfect for bluegrass, strumming, whatever you want.
An amazing guitar. They're so open and full, and you and I both want to own one of these guitars one day.
Yeah, and they're so different.
It's hard to decide, but I think you're right. It's full and open and rich, but it's not it's not a big guitar. So it's a very, very comfy guitar to sit with. Same beautiful shape in the necks that they've always had, even though they've changed that. It's a lovely feel too when you sit with it sounds like a strange thing to say, isn't it? A lovely feel, but the way that they rub the finish back to be very thin on a Lowden, so it feels I don't know how to describe it. It's a very silky feeling guitar.
Yeah, I love it.
So I think it starts off gloss and they buff it back and back to get the finish as thin as possible. So it comes up as this kind of buffed satin kind of a finish. Lowden features, if you haven't looked at a Lowden up close, is they don't have bridge pins too. So it pulls through from the back and through. It's just a nice little feature. And the split saddle. Yeah, split saddle as well. Intonation's perfect. Nice shape on the bridge. Their own bracing method, which they call the dolphin bracing. So there's a lot to love about a Lowden. How did that sound? A lot to love about a Lowden. There you go.
Beautiful. That's the F-12?
Yeah, I think you've got something else. Something very, very special for me over there.
You were quite taken with the look of this one.
I do like it.
This is the F-10 Indian rosewood back and sides and a striking red cedar top on that one. Let me hand you that, my friend.
Now, the other thing that you were saying with this as well is we're not used to seeing tortoiseshell pickguards. We're used to seeing clear pickguards. Yeah. That's the first thing you pointed out to me when it came into the store. So, anyway. I think it's a bit louder, this guitar. Right. A little bit. Great sounding guitar.
That's beautiful. That's coming across as a little bit woodier, a little bit warmer, maybe, just to me. But
earthier.
Earthier.
Just an aside, we had a guy in the shop a couple of days ago who bought a Lowden, and this is just something I thought of as we're sitting here chatting. You can get pickups for these, if anyone's wondering.
Yeah.
For instance, LR bags make a split saddle pickup. So in case someone was just wondering, because we have that question happen a lot in the store.
Right.
So,
and any normal transducer style pickup will also work.
Yeah. So and of course you could use something like a K&K, an internal pickup system. So split saddles are not an issue when it comes to putting a pickup in a guitar. It's a little bit more fiddly, but we can do it, that's for sure.
Yep. So these both come without pickups at the moment.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a beauty. The cedar over the rosewood. Gosh, gorgeous guitar. I've seen photos of the F-10 with the tortoiseshell guard as well. That one doesn't have a pick guard at all, which is interesting. But tortoiseshell on that's something you've never seen from Lowden before. These guitars do come in a little bit cheaper than their other original series models as well. So it's a welcome addition to the Lowden lineup.
I love how, talking about that sort of sound you were talking about before, the Celtic kind of a sound, these guitars are just so articulate. Without sounding harsh, or like some people think that when you say articulate that means thin and
unforgiving,
or thin and brittle. But these are just so lovely.
I can hear the overtones in that one.
I keep saying lovely.
There you have it. That's about it, Joshy. The new F-10 and new F-12 from Lowden. Really cool guitars. They're both currently in the store. Come in and check them out. Take us out with a few chords.